So that was our cheeky little introduction video. But now we're actually going to start getting more into a couple of statistics about the UNSOC society, so you get more of an idea of how big we are on campus. So we're one of the largest and most operationally diverse societies on campus, which means that in the past we've had over 450 members, over a network of 5,000 members and alumni. We won runner-up Best Society last year from the SU Awards, and in 2019 we got the award for Best Society, so we definitely are a society that you should think about joining. We've been a society at LSE for 15 years, and we are also pretty well known for our Model UN team, also known as Team LSE. We're the #1 Model UN team in Europe. We hosted 81 events last year, so we definitely are very active throughout the whole year. We have had 11 collaborative events last year, and one of those, which we'll tell you a little bit more about later on, was the Diplomacy Bowl, which has won Best Award for Best Collaboration from the SU for 2 years in running. We also won 57 Model UN Awards last year from the number of conferences that we attended in the UK. So definitely we have a lot of things to look at, a lot of things for you to get involved with us. So yes, just keep that in mind. But as you've heard from the video, we have 3 different divisions. So we have the Careers Division, the Outreach, and the Model UN Division. Our directors are here with us today, and they'll be telling you a little bit more about what each division does. So first up, well, we're still gonna just quickly talk about admin, but my name is Fernanda. I'm the president, and then there's Dewan, who's our vice president. The other vice president is Sharon, our secretary is Kaiser, and our treasurer is Clarissa. So you'll see some of their faces in some of the windows here in the call. And yeah, so first we're gonna tell you a little bit about careers. So Caroline here is one of our directors. So Caroline, maybe you wanna speak a little bit about careers?
Yes, hello guys, I'm Caroline. I'm one of the careers director for this year. So just to give you a brief overview of careers, there's another Zoom call tomorrow where you can hear a bit more about what we do as well as how you can get involved. But to give you sort of the main idea of what we do, so Julia and me work along with some officers, so hopefully some of you guys this year, on organizing all things related to careers in the UN and also related fields. So we do this through a large variety of different events, which help you get some insight into what careers you can pursue. So you can look forward to a BAFANCS panel on Friday this week, where it is former UN officials, which will come talk about their experience working in the UN with several years of holding quite senior positions in the UN and different UN bodies. We have UN internship panels, we have a mentorship scheme, so we have a wide variety of different events planned, which will help you get some insight and hopefully some guidance in in choosing your career path and pursuing your passions. And we're here to support you in any way we can. So if you have any ideas, please reach out to Julia or me. And yeah, you can hear more about what we do tomorrow. And we look forward to working with you guys and providing you with all of our support and career help.
Thanks, Caroline. And next we have Outreach. So Ed and Amalie, our directors, are here with us today.
Hi guys, my name's Amalie. I'm one of your co-directors for the Outreach division along with Ed. I'm just going to talk you through the first 3 and Ed's going to handle the last 2 and the NGO position at the end. So as the Outreach division, our main role is essentially to raise awareness about key issues and also fundraise for our partner charities. So going through the first one, which is about Awareness Week. So every year, our flagship event is Awareness Week, and this year we're doing things a little bit differently. So attend the event tomorrow so you can find out more, but what we're doing is we're allowing you, our members, to pick our topic for Awareness Week. We've been releasing the 3 topics on Facebook, so if you go have a look, you'll find that they're international migration, global health, and the 3rd one is human rights. So tomorrow we'll be releasing the poll, and you guys get to vote as to which topic you'd like to have for Awareness Week, and then we organise a range of events with the other 2 divisions based around this topic. Our second thing is a partner charity showcase that's happening this week on the 1st at 4 p.m. and I strongly recommend you guys attend that. It's going to be fantastic. We've got speakers from our 2 partner charities, Blue Dragon, which helps children and victims of human trafficking in Vietnam, and our second partner charity, which is the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. So that's going to be a fantastic showcase to learn more about the charities, what they do, and how you can actually help. And if you're thinking about applying for officer positions, this is a great way to let us know that you're interested, and also find out more about the charities in general, so you can help them as an officer. The last thing we do, I've just mentioned this a little bit, is fundraise. So this year, most of our fundraising is going to be online, but just to give you a little bit of background, all our fundraising is for our partner charities, and we split them evenly, except for Awareness Week, when we'll have a separate partner charity for that week. But yeah, I'm just going to hand you over to Ed now.
Yeah, hi, so I'm Ed, the other outreach director, and I'll talk about these last 2 things. These 2 are both the kind of thing that if you were to apply to become officer for outreach, you'd have a lot of kind of freedom around the kind of things you'd want to do. So with awareness, if there is something as an officer you wanted our kind of society to bring attention to, and you wanted to organise events about it, whether it's something, you know, like a speaker panel or something more out there like a kind of social media campaign, we'd support you with that. Same with speaker panels. Like last year, we've had speaker panels on the environment, on child poverty. So all of these kind of things that could be considered under the kind of remit of United Nations you could bring to us. Or, of course, these are the kind of things that we'll organise ourselves and you could attend this year. And we look forward to seeing you.
Thanks. And last, we have Model United Nations. So Annabelle.
Hi there, I'm Annabelle. I'm the Director of Model United Nations this year. I have a co-director, Tushar Mehra, but he's actually not available this afternoon, but you'll be able to meet him tomorrow, 5 p.m. BST, for the MUN introduction session. So Model United Nations is a very big part of the LSE UNSOC experience. It's not for everyone, but we do really get a lot out of it if you're enjoying it. So we have our boot camp on the 3rd of October at 11 until 3 p.m. BST, all online, and you can sign up for that at tinyurl.com/LSEBootcamp. And that will be a full day of introduction and a bit of debate simulation for people, whether you've got experience in doing Model United Nations within your high school or at a different university, or if you're completely new to it. So we cater for everyone, whether you've got years of Model UN or you barely know what the United Nations is in itself. Weekly MON trainings are free to attend with your UNSOC membership. And we have 2 specialized training officers who deliver a 2-hour session every week to help us learn soft skills, so not just debating and public speaking, but also negotiation, lobbying, and policy writing. And this also gives you an opportunity to practice these skills in a really practical way. And this prepares us for attendance at Model United Nations conferences, not only at home in the UK, but also abroad. So sadly, this year and the upcoming year, we were supposed to attend Harvard World Model United Nations in Tokyo, but because of COVID-19, that's not possible. But we still attended 8 conferences in the 2019-2020 season, and despite being a very small delegation, usually less than 15, we still won 57 awards in 6 months. So we're a selective and very competitive delegation, and we're looking for hardworking, committed delegates, but prior experience really isn't required. So I had no formal MUN training before I joined Team LSE, and our trainings will equip you with the skills that you need to really succeed in Model United Nations if it's something you're interested in. So the boot camp is definitely going to help you with that. And we also have a very strong work hard, play hard vibe within Team LSE. So, you know, we hope that you can get quite a lot out of our socials as well. And yeah, we really look forward to meeting you. So more information obviously at the session tomorrow at 5 p.m. BST, and you can sign up for the Zoom link for that on the UNSOC Facebook page.
Fantastic. So that's kind of the main run through of our 3 divisions. But on top of all the events that our directors and officers put together for each respective division, we also have our big flagship events. And main one that you should really look out for is the Diplomacy Bowl. So as I had mentioned earlier, last year, for the second year in a row, it won Best Collaboration Award from the SU. So we collaborate with Amnesty International Society and with the Grimcha Club. So we do have quite a wide reach. Last year we had somewhere around 500 attendees. It's London's largest multi-university ball. So it's not only people from LSE, we also host people from KCL, UCL, SOAS. So it's a really great social and way to meet other people, not only from LSE, but from universities in London. And also, it's one of our biggest fundraising events of the whole year. So just to give you an idea, last year we raised over £2,000 for UNICEF and for Amnesty International, and tickets sold out. So it really definitely is a event that has high demand, and as you can see from the pictures, it's definitely a lot of fun. And we will be hosting the Diplomacy Bowl, hopefully, if COVID allows, towards the end of Lent term. So if you get UNSOC membership, you'll be able to access tickets for the Diplomacy Bowl. All right, so on top of the Diplomacy Bowl, we also host 2 conferences at LSE. So the first one that I'll talk about is LSESU Youth Month. So that's a conference that we put together for sixth form and high school students. And it's been really successful in the past. So last year we had around 200 plus attendees from high schools and sixth forms from not only the UK, but also from Europe. And we also had an excellent outreach program with the conference. So last year we raised over £2,500 for 30 state school students from 6 different schools in London. So as a society, we also heavily advocate being as inclusive as possible. So it was really great to see not only, the typical kind of students from private schools that tend to do quite a lot of MUN, but also students that perhaps didn't have that much exposure from state schools. So if you want to get involved with Youth MUN, you can definitely apply to be a chair once that selection process starts. So even though it's for sixth form and high school students, there still is a way for you to get involved as a university student. So the conference that we organize for university students is LSEMUN. So that's the largest crisis-based Model UN conference in Europe. And last year we had attendees from over 17 different universities from the UK and from Europe. So it also is very exciting if you're more into the unconventional type of MUN, something that's perhaps a little bit more fast-paced, that just supersedes the constraints of a classical traditional General Assembly format. So to get involved, you can definitely apply to be part of a crisis staff, either as crisis director or as backroom staff, or even as crisis director. But yes, there are still definitely many different ways for you to get involved. You can also participate as a delegate. And just to mention this, so both LSEMUN and Youth MUN happen in Lent term. So yes, definitely, we're still hoping we can host them in person. So far, that's the assumption. But again, we're gonna have to be as adaptable as possible based on government recommendations. Right, so now that we've blasted all this information at you about our different divisions and our flagship events, we're now gonna have a little short quiz. So just to add a little bit on what Caroline had said about the UN Internship Workshop, this year we're partnering with OpenIGO. So OpenIGO is an international development career network that offers great advice and resources on people that are looking to go into a career in international relations. So what they offer are ebooks, mock interviews, written examination packages that help you prepare to apply for an internship with the United Nations. So because of that partnership, we are offering our members a 15% discount on their products. So based on the quiz, the team that gets the highest points will receive exclusive early access to the code. But anyways, just to run you through the logistics of how this is going to work, we're just going to split all of you into different breakout rooms, and a member from the Exco will be in your team, and they will be the ones recording your answers. So yeah, so take a look at the questions and just start seeing how many you think you can answer. Oh wait, sorry. Right. So I'm just gonna start splitting people into breakout rooms. Okay. So just 1 second.
Hi there. We'll just wait for everyone to sort of come in. Okay, I think that's all of us. Okay, hi everyone. I'm Dewan. I'm Vice President of UNSOC. So first thing, break out in the chat, so we can send you the code if we happen to win.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you guys for bearing through that. It's a bit difficult sometimes to manage breakout room with that many attendees. Okay, perfect. So the first thing that you guys, if you could do that for me on the chat, is just typing your email so we can just keep a track of who is in which team. Okay, thank you. And yes, so we'll just wait for everybody to put in their email. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, fantastic, thank you. So now I'm just gonna copy and paste the questions from the quiz. And while I'll just collect your emails, maybe you guys can start having a bit of a discussion and just having a think of the answers. So yeah. And you guys feel free to discuss the questions with each other as well.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
I have no idea besides the ones they just mentioned in the intro slides about how many years it's been a society. I know they said that was 15, so I can give you that.
I'm just going to jump to that one.
Right. And then what year was it founded? I guess that would be 2005. Oh, which was LSE founded?
As in 1985?
1890?
1985.
It was 125 years ago, so 1895, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
That's not it. Sorry.
The membership cost, is it £4?
I think so, yeah.
I'm trying not to nod or say no because I technically can't help you.
I'm just trying to, let me think about something else. I think how many got it correct.
For the second one, which infamous politician said it smells like sulfur? I believe that was the Venezuelan president. And he was referring, yeah, Hugo Chavez, and he was referring to George Bush because Bush spoke there a day ago.
Okay, good.
Okay, I think we'll go. I think I'm going for that. I'll go for that one.
Sounds great.
That's right. That's right.
He also referred to him as the devil, but that's a separate story.
Sorry, Fernanda, can you send the link to the questions? I can't see them.
Oh, sorry. What I can do is share my screen. But yeah, it's just that if I share my screen, then you're gonna see the document where I'm running the questions. But okay, so you guys have answered the second one already. So maybe you can try to tackle the first one. So that question is, who ripped the page off from the United Nations Charter while delivering a speech at the United Nations General Assembly?
Sounds like a very Gaddafi thing to do.
Yeah.
Not sure that's true.
Definitely no, it wasn't like a politically correct diplomat, I can tell you that.
You can't give us like a decade when this.
I mean, it's in the 2000s.
Oh, okay, in the 2000s. Page.
Oh, I'm thinking. I don't know the answer for the first question.
I'm gonna go with Gaddafi. I think that's a very him thing to do.
Okay, so Gaddafi.
Okay, we just
answer?
okay. What about the third question?
the name of the elephant statue outside the LSE library?
So if any of you have been onto campus, there's a tiny elephant statue next to one of the bike racks in front of the library. And it has a name. I honestly didn't know it had a name until recently.
I genuinely have no idea. Is it something easy, like the name that we can really come up with?
I mean, you could if you want to, but if you're coming up with it, it probably isn't correct.
Maybe we just think about the next question first.
Dumbo.
Dumbo, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we can think about the next question as well. The motto.
Yeah.
Translate into. I think is it something about like the curious or to learn about something?
Is it something about
Understanding
the
the cause of
causes?
things.
Yeah,
yeah.
Understanding the cause of things.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's one. I think we get that one, but I don't know about Latin.
Okay, so to understand the cause of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any idea about the bonus question for that?
Latin.
Understand.
Do you mind if I type out?
Cognitive.
Like,
You can type it into the chat.
Okay.
I don't have the middle one, but I'm pretty sure these are the two. Like it's 3 words. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you're gonna need the 3 words for the bonus point.
The bonus point.
Well, maybe where you're thinking of it, you can look at number 5. So you have 5 options. So you have a 20% chance of getting it right if you guess.
Well, it can't be China. China is one of the permanent members.
Yeah.
Security Council.
Yeah.
So that's my contribution.
Thank you. That's good. In the Security Council.
I think Vietnam and Tunisia were both elected to it, so it can't be those two. So I think it's Estonia or Mexico. My guess would be Mexico.
Mexico.
Okay, so that's your final answer, Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go for that.
Write down. Okay, perfect. So just based on how you guys are doing, you're missing question, what is it? Yeah, so you're missing question 3 and question 6.
Who are our partner charities this year? Was that Amnesty International? What's that?
That was last year for Diplomacy Ball, I think.
Yeah, I think she just mentioned that before we got separated in our group.
So, anyone remember?
Was it Blue Dragon? And it was Blue something.
Oh,
We have Blue Dragon.
that was the.
Yeah.
I want to say Open IGO or NGO.
That's a partner, but are they a charity? I thought they were an organization that helps you.
That's true. Oh, that's a good point. Sorry.
If it's not the Amnesty International, I'm completely drawing a blank. I know it was
go
2.
with the Blue Dragon thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it might be Blue something.
Yeah, so I wrote
Maybe
down Blue
something.
Dragon because you guys mentioned that. So we're just to go back through the questions. So we're missing the one about the baby elephant. We're missing the bonus question about what's the Latin version of the LSE motto, and we're missing the other partner charity. And then the bonus part of question 9. So for question 9, there's 2 bonus points up for grabs. So one of them is if you can name the name of the king at the time in 1895. And the other one is if you can name 2 of the founders of LSE. So there are 4 in total. So it can be any 2 of those 4.
Oh, I think 2 of the founders might be Sydney and Beatrice Webb.
Yes.
Beatrice
Right,
Webb.
for sure.
Okay, so is that 1 or 2?
2. So like Sydney Webb, Beatrice. I don't know. Like Beatrice Webb is 1, and then Sydney Webb's another 1, if that's right. I don't know the others though.
Right, so Sandra as well sent us the Latin version of the motto in the chat. So I can copy it, I think. Oh, it doesn't let me copy and paste messages, but so it's what you were saying, Kevin. So it's like rerum, and then the middle one is cognoscere causas. Okay, cool.
As for the king, bit, not really good at British history, but Edward the 8th, 7th, 8th, like the guy before
Go
George.
for the 8th.
Would that have been 1895 though?
Because George, like the 5th, I think had a really, like Elizabeth II's father had a really short period. It was like just like World War II, pretty much.
The throne for like a month or so. He abdicate so that he could marry the American divorcee Wallace Simpson.
Oh,
so he
that's
wasn't on there very long. So I don't know who. I guess George the Fourth would have been the king before that. Their dad.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah. Sorry. You're right. He was the one that married someone else.
Right, for sure. He abdicated very, very quickly. So maybe their dad, then probably George the Fourth.
I don't know if you can hear me. Sorry, I've had internet issues, but I would agree with George the Fourth because the pub on campus is called George the Fourth.
That's cool. I mean, yeah, we're gonna go for that
solid.
One. Yeah.
Okay, so final answer.
That's smart.
George the 6th? Or the 4th, sorry. Oh, crap.
George the Third.
George the 4th, so I'm gonna keep that. That was awful.
George the Third.
Okay.
Wait, George the 4th?
You guys said George the 4th, so
I'm pretty sure that's too early. I'm almost 100% positive it's too early.
okay.
I mean, like, if you guys want to go with it, it's fine. Let's go with it.
So we're definite on not knowing the baby elephant. Nobody wants to take a guess. And the other partner charity. So it's those 2 things that are missing.
What partner charities do we have right now?
So we have the Blue Dragon charity, and then there's another one. So we have 2 this year. So the outreach directors talked about that. So Ed and Amali.
Yeah, I think it was the UN High Commission on Human Rights or on Refugees.
Everybody's happy with that answer? Yes?
You just go for that because I don't know.
Fantastic. Right, perfect. Okay, so it's just the name of the baby elephant that's missing for an answer.
Can you read that? What's the question?
So the question is, what is the name of the elephant statue found outside the LSE library?
I thought there is penguin as well.
Oh, there's a very interesting story behind the penguin. So as you will come to notice, we kind of have a rivalry with King's College London. And the idea is that they stole the penguin So that was not the original penguin. The original one, if I remember correctly, was just like a bronze figure of a penguin. And then apparently some KCL students came into campus, took away the penguin. And that's why we have a painted, like, colored penguin, because we don't know where the first one is.
What? We should steal something back.
Yeah, like,
I mean, like anything from King's College. I've got a friend there. I might just like visit them and like try to steal something, bring it back to LSE. But yeah, I don't know about the name.
Like, since I did my undergraduate at King's, I would tell you there's nothing of value to steal from King's.
Thanks.
Wrong person.
Maybe Desmond Tutu's head, but like that's like I don't think you want a giant like statue of someone's head on campus.
But still, I still don't know the name.
So no guesses for the baby elephant?
Jojo?
Wilbur.
Dumbo?
I don't know.
Dumbo, we'll put down Dumbo. You guys
Really?
like that a lot. Okay. All right. So if this was in person, I wouldn't have to be stressing about managing the breakout rooms, but here we are. So since the point of this event wasn't only to let you guys know a little bit more about us, but to also meet other freshers, I'm just gonna jump onto another breakout room and come back. But I mean, you guys don't have to answer this question if you don't want to. We kind of just put it in case somebody finished early. But one of the kind of discussion questions was if you could invite any speaker to speak at a UNSOC, who would it be and why? And you can make it as conventional or as unconventional as you want. But I'll jump back in a couple of minutes. You don't have to do that discussion question. You can also just do like small talk, up to you. But yes, well done with the quiz. I can't say how well or how not well you did. But
Okay.
As to what we're going to sort of both the outreach division and the careers division. So do you have any specific questions regarding that you might want me to go into if you can't make it tomorrow? Otherwise you can text me on Facebook or
maybe because we might be running out of time, I'll just message you then.
Okay, so yeah, just write down my name and then that should be all good. You can just text me there or on Instagram or any social media of preference.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think Fernanda's also recording the events, and there should be more information on our websites too. So just keep your eyes out for any emails on our Facebook page. Yeah, we're very present there, so you should find all information you need there. But I'm more than happy to answer any questions you guys have. That goes for all of you guys, so just text me if you need anything.
just wanted to come check in, but I'll go back to the other breakout room.
So yeah, we accommodate for everyone's skills and sort of levels. So you're more than welcome to join regardless.
Turning the video off so that it didn't cut out again. And I am from the US studying Master's International Relations, and I'm in London.
Actually, I haven't asked this before, and you probably already went through this, but is anybody doing term remotely this year? Or is somebody not gonna be in campus for Michaelmas term? Okay.
Remotely studying.
Right.
Yeah.
Where are you guys currently at?
Thailand.
Oh, time difference must be a killer.
Yeah, 6 hours ahead.
Yeah. Ooh. How about you, Kevin?
I'm in Taiwan right now, so it's 7 hours ahead. So just, an hour different from Thailand.
Well, yeah. Great for this. That's really great. All right. 1 second, we're just waiting for people to write in some answers. Okay, fantastic. And do you guys have any kind of general questions? We're gonna jump back into the main session for a more structured Q&A, but do you have any questions about the society, studying at LSE, being in London, anything of that sort?
I've just got a quick question, sort of regarding what, like maybe this has been covered already, but just generally what MUN activities would be doing, like obviously online conferences or something like that?
Yeah, so for Michaelmas term, we are attending a couple of online conferences. So on the 24th of October, we'll be going to ULMUN. So that's University of London MUN. It's hosted by King's College. And it's a one-day conference, and it's meant to be more for beginners. But if you're more advanced, you're more than welcome to join to, get a little bit more practice and meet other students. That's going to be online. And then we're also attending LSEMUN. But the logistics for that conference are a little bit confusing because it's happening over 2 weekends. We don't understand why Oxford is doing it that way, but we're also seeking to attend that just to get as much practice as we can. A couple of other conferences have been canceled or moved to Lent term. So, I mean, for tomorrow's event, that's the best place to get answers, really. So tomorrow at 5 p.m., Annabelle and Tushar are going to be talking more about the MUN division and giving you more details on that. But at the moment, as it stands, we're going to ULMUN and LSEMUN. So unfortunately, it's mostly online, but yeah. We're hoping, to be able to go to actual conferences in the Lent term. So those would be LSEMUN and SCOPMUN, because we decided not to go to WorldMUN just because of all the complications with international travel. With LSEMUN, it's likely that it's gonna be postponed because LSEMUN usually happens towards the end of January, beginning of February. But we got an email a couple of weeks ago from the Secretariat saying, because they're collecting responses from the different UK delegations asking whether they would prefer for us if the conference is postponed to June or November of 2021.
Yeah, we're postponing it. Just so you know, like
okay, yes,
I'm running.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, are you
we
the
postponed it.
LSEMUN Secretariat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what I'm speaking about. Then maybe you should answer this question.
No, I mean, I didn't mean to like take the floor.
Oh no,
but
please do. You know more than I do. I can tell you that.
Yeah, so we're most likely looking to postpone it. We're not really sure on whether or not like it's safe to do so, like from government regulation wise and just sort of from our own assessment of things. So it's definitely not taking place in February.
Yes.
But we do not have like a firm date on when we will be hosting it. Hence the email out to the societies last week.
No, it makes a lot of sense to be asking the rest of us, because I mean we don't really know what's going on either. But okay, 1 second. Okay, fantastic. So I think we'll start going back to the main session for a couple of announcements and for the Q&A session. But yes, well done. So I'll see you I'll see you guys in the main session. We're just gonna wait for everybody to come back to the main session, and then we'll just move on to a couple of announcements and to a Q&A session. So yes, just 1 minute and we'll get into that. And we'll also announce the winners, yes. Okay. I'm pretty sure that is everybody. Yes. Okay, fantastic. And now we just go back. Okay, wait, Kaiser, how many points did your team get?
I'm tallying it right now. Give me like 1 minute.
Okay, so we're just gonna wait for.
Sorry about that. It's confusing. Wait. 1, 2. Done. Thank you.
Okay. Wait, how many points? You can just type.
It's in the document.
Okay. 1 second. He's building up the suspense. Okay, yes, so results are in. So congratulations to breakout room number 7, that was with me. You guys got 12 points out of 13, which is very impressive. Some of the questions were quite tough. So we have your emails, just check after the event and we'll send you the code for the discount. And it applies to ebooks, to written examination packages, and to mock interviews. So definitely go to OpenIGO's website just to check out the products and find out more about them. So yay. Okay. So one of the first announcements that we have is the inauguration of the family scheme. So one of our vice presidents will tell you a little bit more about this.
Yeah, sure. So the family scheme is designed to help freshers, postgrads, and also any new members to UNSOC to settle into LSE and also London and just like socialize in general, because we know how difficult it's going to be this year with COVID restrictions for socializing. So we're organizing a couple of socials in Michaelmas term and also in Lent term to help you meet your family. And basically what it is if you sign up, we'll pair you up with either executive committee members or previous second and third year students from UNSOC to form a family. And what it is you'll have various opportunities to meet up with your family and have lovely, nice conversations about, how you're doing at LC, and hopefully it'll also help you be updated on UNSOC events as well. So the due date for that is October 9th, and our first social for the family scheme will be during week 3. So you can find the link to the form on the PowerPoint, but we've also uploaded on our Instagram and Facebook page, so you can find the forms there. Yeah.
Oh no, what's happened? Oh, I mean, the link works. But yes. Okay. And yeah, so the other announcement that we have is for UNSOC Week. So if you've been following us on our social media on Facebook and Instagram, you'll see that we have a number of different events coming up this week. So tomorrow we have get to know events, particularly for each division. So we have one for careers and outreach tomorrow at 4 p.m. and we have one right after 5 p.m. for get to know MUN. The links to sign up are still open, so you definitely still have time to go register if you haven't already done so. And the next thing we have coming up will be on Wednesday at 4 p.m. So it's a virtual pub quiz that our vice presidents have put together. And it's going to be very fun, very exciting. We know it's not going to be the same as an in-person social, but we still have some good banter prepared for you. So do sign up. It'll be a good event. And then on Thursday, we have our partner charity showcase with Blue Dragon and with the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. So congratulations if you got that question correct. So that will be at 4 p.m. And then on Friday, we're going to have a panel organized by our careers directors, Caroline and Julia. And it's going we'll host 3 former United Nations civil servants. And some of them have had experience with working with the United Nations for something like 20 years. So it's definitely going to be a very insightful event to learn more about what it's like to work in the United Nations, perhaps learning more about practical steps of what you can do now to get involved in a career in international organizations. That's going to be at 5 p.m. Again, all sign-up links are still open. And lastly, we have our Model UN Bootcamp on Saturday from 11 to 3 p.m. And again, all sign-up links are online, so definitely go check that out if any of these events are sparking your interest. All right, the next thing is about how to get more involved with us. So we've had this question quite a bit over Freshers Fair and just in general on social media. So for each division, we're hiring between 4 and 5 officers. And the idea is that as an officer, you have 2 main tasks. So the first one is to help with the directors with organizing some of the flagship events for the division. So for instance, if you were a careers officer, you would likely help Julia and Caroline put together some of the logistics behind internship panels or something like that. The other task you would have as an officer is to put your own initiatives into motion. So if you wanted to bring in a particular speaker, or if you wanted to organize a trip to a think tank in London that you're really passionate about, you can definitely take full agency of that initiative and just put together your own project. So you definitely have an opportunity to contribute meaningfully to the activities of the divisions. So we have positions open for all 3 divisions. All links, they're here in the PowerPoint, so feel free to take a screenshot, but it's also on our social media. And the applications will close on the 6th of October at midnight, so there's still a little bit of time to apply. And we'll consider applications on a rolling basis. Interviews will start on the 5th of October. So yeah, if you definitely want to look at contributing more directly and meaningfully to the society, this is an excellent way to do that. And yeah, so our outreach directors will speak a little bit more about this particular initiative.
Yeah, so this is a volunteer opportunity we've sourced with one of our partner charities, Blue Dragon. So Blue Dragon, they're looking for someone to create kind of online content, to design it, develop it. And this could be, you know, all sorts of things, podcasts, as we said, videos or web pages. And yeah, applications are now open. You can find them on LSE Career Hub if you search for that, or as the link is there, it'll also be on the Facebook soon, I think. And yeah, this is a great opportunity to get some work experience in with a NGO. You'd be working remotely with them and kind of collaborating with us a bit as well, kind of working between them. And yeah, this would be for the whole year, and then potentially you could go on with Blue Dragon as well if you form a good relationship.
Yeah, so definitely keep an eye out for this. We'll put up more information on our social media briefly, but again, Ed and Amalie will bring this up again tomorrow during the Get to Know Outreach and Careers event. Okay, and lastly, so don't forget to buy your membership. It's only £4. For £4, you're getting access to all of the events that our 3 divisions put up, on top of being able to apply for officer positions, for chairing positions in UNSOC and LSEMUN, and to get access to Diplomacy Ball. It's all a great investment, I promise you guys. It's only £4 once a year. And yeah, so we're one of the largest and most operationally diverse societies on campus. It's definitely worth it. But yeah, that's all we have for you today. So right now, we're just gonna start a Q&A session. If you need to leave for any reason, feel free to do so. If you want to stay to speak to us, to ask us your questions, do that as well. But yeah, if you're leaving, then thank you so much for joining us today. It was lovely to meet you. But yes, so if you have any questions, feel free to kind of just raise your hand if you have your camera on, or just type them into the chat. But yes, okay, so we have one question from, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna butcher your name, but Angela, I think?
Yeah, that's exactly right, yeah. On Friday, you said there was a UN careers type of thing. I don't think I'll be able to like join the Zoom meeting. Is there any way I could get access to like the PowerPoints or the resources they have?
Yes, definitely. So all of our events for UNSOC Week are going to be recorded and put on Facebook and YouTube. So yeah, you definitely won't miss out. Don't worry about that.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So Marcy, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you said there was an interview if we wanted to apply for the junior positions. What kind of things do you think you guys would be asking? Because some of the questions and the quizzes were about the UN specifically, so that's why I wanted to know. Would that be what would be asked during the interviews as well? Those kind of questions.
So Annabelle can take over this question because she's going to be the one conducting the interviews.
All the interviews? No,
Just
I know about
LSEMUN interviews.
Yeah.
She's asking about
Okay, sure. So for MUN interviews, we definitely don't need knowledge about the United Nations. That's completely fine. It's not a pop quiz. We're really interested in your experience with logistics and administration because we have a bit of promotion for you to do. We'll have various tasks about arranging conference attendance and like the overall management of Team LSE. We really want someone who's going to be engaged with the division and taking an active role in Team LSE. So someone who is wanting to come to conferences, help us arrange conferences, and we need you to come to every training if you're an officer. So yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Thank you.
And the same thing applies to the other divisions. So for careers and outreach, it's not like you're expected to know, the structure of the United Nations or the name of every single Secretary General. It's just more about your organizational capabilities, your ability to handle logistics. And we also want people who are interested in, in putting up events that they're passionate about. Like if you have ideas for speaker panels or for coffee mornings or things like that, then we want you to come to the interview with those ideas in mind. But yes, any other questions? And if you guys don't have your camera on, feel free to also just unmute your mic and ask them. And that works as well. So no other questions so far?
I have one question.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm actually just curious to know if anyone from the committee would like to answer in terms of like the time that you've spent with the society. What would be the top skills that you felt you've developed or gained over your time with the LSE United Nations Society? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, I'll start by talking a little bit about my experience, but we also have like Kaiser and Sharon and pretty much everybody. So feel free to jump in, guys. But for me, last year I was at DSG Academics for UNSOC. So I was part of the committee that was planning the conference, and I also was a careers officer. So as part of my projects, I put together a trip to the Overseas Development Institute, which is a think tank that does policy research here in London. It's like 20 minutes away from LSE. And I also put together a series of coffee mornings that were themed around the Sustainable Development Goals. So we brought in academics, people that work in charities, and a whole variety of people. But I think what I gained the most from those experiences are not only time management, because obviously just being an LSE student already can be pretty demanding, but I also was pretty active with Team LSE. So I attended Cambridge MUN and London International Model UN, and also SCOMMON, that was in Edinburgh. So definitely you also develop public speaking skills, the confidence, you become really good at researching because as you will start learning from trainings, if you do attend, there's quite a high level of quality that is required from you if you want to be, part of the competitiveness of Team LSE. So there's also definitely a lot of research skills that go into it. And yeah, I mean, just handling logistics as well, because it's quite a jump, or not a big jump, but there is quite a substantial difference between, planning events for your high school to planning things in university. The exposure you get is pretty different. So you definitely start learning how to manage projects on a more kind of complicated scale as opposed to high school. But yeah, that's my experience, I would say. But yeah, I mean, the rest of you guys want to jump in?
I mean, so from a kind of outreach point of view, in a more kind of, I don't know, specialized, I suppose it is, area of the UNSOC, for me, it's been really helpful because I'm interested in kind of working in charity or the third sector. And the kind of skills you get working in outreach, like it can be quite difficult to get elsewhere. So in terms of, yeah, fundraising or like awareness campaigns and volunteering, all of these things, I think if you are interested in working in charity, like are the kind of skills you will be using. And it gives you a real awareness of kind of the state of fundraising in university and like the kind of, I don't know, the positives and the kind of the difficulties with it. And I feel like that can be quite useful for an employer if you are interested in that kind of thing. And also, I mean, I've just really appreciated the kind of the freedom that's come with it, like the feeling that, oh, if there is something you're interested in that you want to bring attention to, you just have to kind of put the work in and spread that around. So yeah, that would be my view from outreach.
Just to kind of add on to that, I don't want you guys to feel like super overwhelmed or think that you guys have to do like all these different things when you first come in, because I know I felt really like nervous when I first came in, but rest assured you guys, if you become officers, you will be given training and we will absolutely support you in whatever you want to do. And that was definitely my experience last year. Like the entire UN committee will support you when possible. So when, as an outreach officer, one of the big projects I undertook was to organize a climate change panel with high profile speakers. And I mean, the skills I got from that were like invaluable, and just from being an officer in general as well, like because you do need a high degree of initiative to actually find speakers and also just like organize the event, the content and things like that. But you do get a lot of support. So I had a lot of support, not just from the outreach directors, but also from the admin team. So please don't feel like if you don't have the skills now that you can't apply. These are skills you develop on the job, and we will help you do that, help you actually make your event successful, because we want you to succeed. And we obviously want you to be able to kind of like see your vision kind of come to fruition. So yeah.
Yeah. So any other questions that you guys have, you can also again type them in the chat or just unmute your mic or whatever it is.
Can I ask a very quick question? You said every Thursday there's gonna be a training session at 6 p.m. So how long is it gonna last?
Yeah. So Annabelle.
Yeah, it's going to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So it will be an hour, half an hour, an hour of learning about a skill, a presentation from our training officers. And then we'll also have a simulation debate where we can practice the skills that have been taught in that session.
Okay, thank you. Is it going to be online, like for the Michaelmas term?
Everything is going to be online for Michaelmas term.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hi, I just wanted to ask when does this training session officially start? Is it next week or this week?
Yeah, so I can answer that question and Mariam's question from the chat as well. So training officially starts the week after we have our boot camp. So not this week, week 2. And going to be Thursday. We'll send out the link beforehand every week. Participating in MUN is not mandatory for the society whatsoever. No participation within UNSOC is required. You pay your fee and then you can take part in whatever you want. So some people choose to do one part of the society and some people choose to do like another part of the society, and some people choose to do all of it. So you are completely up to you.
Okay, great, thanks. And for the bootcamp, is there a link to the Google form? Because I think I signed up once, but I'm not sure if I signed up for the pub quiz or the bootcamp. I kind of got confused. So is it okay to send a link again, please?
Yeah, sure. The bootcamp link is on the Facebook page.
Also send that in the chat now.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, great. So that link is there.
Yeah.
And there should be an email.
Yes. So this is another thing. So we do send out emails the day before, and then we send a reminder in the morning before the event is set to take place. But if you do not find an email after you have signed up, please do check your spam inbox because sometimes our email does go to spam, unfortunately. But yes, so the form for MUN is on the chat in case somebody else is always looking to sign up. So again, bootcamp is on Saturday, 3 p.m. from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. I mean, sorry, Saturday the 3rd, not Saturday 3 p.m.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Any other questions from anyone else? All right, so if there are no other questions, again, thank you so much for taking the time to come to the event. I know it's really different from having an in-person event, but we do hope that it was informative and that you decide to join us. So do make sure to buy your membership. It's only £4 for the whole year. And yes, if you have any other questions that you didn't think about throughout the session, we're very reachable through email, Facebook, or Instagram. So feel free to just shoot us a message if you think of anything. But yeah, thank you so much for joining, guys, and I hope you have a good day wherever you are.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.